You know what? When I first started, I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. There was no plan, no roadmap, no mentor standing beside me saying, hey, do this, then do that. I just had this feeling, this voice inside that kept saying, you gotta do something. You can't just stay here. And honestly, I was terrified. The people around me, they didn't believe in it. Not even a little bit. My friends would laugh. Not in a mean way, at least not all of them. But you could see it in their eyes, that look. That, yeah, okay, buddy, good luck with that look. Some of them would say things like, bro, be realistic. Or, do you even know how hard that is? And I'd just nod because they were right. I didn't know how hard it was. My family was scared. They loved me, I know that. But love sometimes looks like fear, you know? They wanted me to be safe. Get a stable job. Do what everyone else does. Don't take risks. And I get it. I really do. They'd seen people fail. They'd seen dreams crash and burn. So in their mind, they were protecting me. But here's the thing. I was already drowning in safe. I was suffocating in normal. So I started anyway. And let me tell you, it was a mess. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. some days, full of energy, thinking, today's the day. I'm gonna figure this out. And by 9 p.m., I'd be staring at my laptop screen, feeling like the dumbest person alive. I'd watch videos, read articles, try to learn, but everything felt so overwhelming. You know that feeling when you're trying to drink water from a fire hose? That was me. Every single day, I made mistakes. So many mistakes. I wasted money on things I didn't need. I trusted the wrong people. I started projects and quit halfway because I didn't know what I was doing. There were nights, so many nights, where I'd just sit there in the dark, asking myself, am I crazy? Is this even worth it? What if everyone's right? What if I'm just wasting my time? I remember one night specifically. I was lying in bed, couldn't sleep. My mind was racing. I'd just failed at something again. I don't even remember what it was anymore. But at that moment, it felt like the end of the world. I opened my phone, scrolled through Instagram, saw people my age doing amazing things, traveling, winning, celebrating. And I thought, what am I even doing with my life? I wanted to quit. I really did. But then something weird happened. The next morning I woke up, and I just kept going. I don't know why. Maybe it was stubbornness. Maybe it was hope. Maybe I was just too deep in to turn back. But I sat down, and I tried again. Here's what nobody tells you about starting from zero. It's not just about the work. It's about the doubt. Every single day, you're battling this voice in your head that says, you're not good enough. You don't belong here. Who do you think you are? And some days, that voice wins. You don't get out of bed. You don't make progress. You just survive. But other days, those rare, beautiful days, you push through. You learn something new. You take one step forward. And that one step, it doesn't feel like much. But it's everything. I started learning, really learning. Not just watching random videos or reading surface-level stuff. I went deep. I found people who were where I wanted to be. I studied them. I messaged strangers on the internet asking for advice. Most ignored me, but a few replied. In those few replies, gold. I started seeing patterns. I realized that everyone who made it had one thing in common. They didn't quit. They weren't smarter than me. They weren't luckier. They just kept showing up. So that's what I did. I showed up, even on days when I felt like garbage, even when I had no motivation, even when it seemed pointless. I showed up. Slowly, and I mean slowly, things started to shift. I started seeing tiny results. Nothing crazy, nothing Instagram-worthy, but progress. A small win here, a lesson learned there, and those small wins, they started to add up. People around me started noticing. Not everyone, but a few. My mom, who was terrified at first, started asking, so, how's it going? With a little less worry in her voice. A friend who used to laugh said, yo, I didn't think you'd actually stick with this. And honestly, neither did I. But here's the thing I learned. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to start and then keep going. Because starting from zero, it's not a disadvantage. It's freedom. You have nothing to lose. No reputation to protect. No expectations to live up to. You're just you trying, learning, failing, getting back up. And that's the most honest, most human thing you can do. Today, when people look at me, some of them say, "Man, you're doing well. You've got it figured out." And I just smile. Because they don't see the nights I cried, the times I almost quit, the moments I felt completely lost. They see the result, not the struggle. And that's okay, because I'm not doing this to prove anything to them. I'm doing this to prove something to myself, that I can, that I'm capable, that starting from zero doesn't mean staying at zero. I'm still learning, still making mistakes, but I'm not where I was, and that's what matters. If you're reading this and you're at zero right now, if you're confused, scared, doubting yourself, I want you to know you're not alone. Everyone starts somewhere, and most people start from nothing. The only difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't, the ones who make it just didn't stop. So don't stop. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep trying. You might not see it now, but one day you'll look back and realize you didn't just survive, you grew.